I want to welcome you back to Black Science Tonight. We're going to talk about Pastor Kenneth Copeland and some of these pastors who are still asking for donations, even though their parishioners are unemployed due to coronavirus. Kenneth Copeland is asking for people to give donations, not only to send them through the mail, but even slide them under the church door. This is how we let these mega pastors at these churches run a scam on millions of Americans, and nobody's there to get them under control. You had Brian Carn telling people to still assemble because the Bible says it, and T.D. Jakes had to correct them. You have to understand, when laws are given down by the government, you must follow them for your own safety. But no, these mega pastors, the only thing they think about is their donations and how many millions of dollars they can get. See, when you have a coronavirus or something like this, those donations go down. Those tithes go down. So you don't have any tithes coming into the church that you would normally have. You may drop 75, 80% because people aren't functionally there at the church. And that makes these mega pastors extremely angry. Why do people give these so-called pulpit pimps money? Thousands of dollars. This guy even got on TV a couple of weeks ago and said that he healed somebody with the coronavirus. Do you believe that this man did it? I don't. I would tell people this. What the churches should be doing in the mega churches who have been making millions of dollars off their parishioners so they can live in lavish homes, private jets, boats, condominiums. What they should be doing is giving out food. They should be able to pay some of the people in their church's bills. But no, that's not what they want to do. They want their donations. They want their tithes. That's all they can think about. Then they'll talk to you still about your 10%. You still must give because God has commanded you through me to give that money to Kenneth Copeland and so many other these pimp pastors out here today. This is utterly ridiculous. And people have to understand, you don't have to go through a pastor to get to God. I don't think he has a middleman to get to him. And people like Pastor Copeland and so many of these others who have been caught up in scandals. And I'm talking about, if not stealing money, fornication, anything you can think of, they have been involved in. And they could care less about the average parishioner in their church. See, this is a game to many of these pastors. How many times do you have to have them ask you to send them $1? And when you are struggling at this time to have enough money to pay your rent, when you're getting unemployment, which is about 50 to 60% of your average weekly salary, why should you send him your money? Why should he force you to send? What he should be saying, and so many other these mega pastors should be saying around the country, keep your money, take care of your family, we'll be doing all right. But they come at you saying, well, if you don't send money, we're going to have to lay off people at the church. See, this is the games they play. They play psychological mind games on their own parishioners. And people fall for it. So people will send money in, but won't have enough money to get food, or won't have enough money to pay their rent, to make him happy. To think if you do this, you will be closer to God, or you will prosper in the future. This is sick and is extremely disturbing. This is not, like I said, A lot of these pastors are not anointed from God. And some people have to understand that. Because a guy can stand in front of the world and preach the language. Some people have gifts. That doesn't mean they're truly anointed by God. The Bible tells you there will be false prophets and teachers. And a lot of these guys you see running around here are false prophets and teachers of the Lord. No one will ask you for any money during this period of time when you know the average person, the average American is struggling, and 50% of all Americans live paycheck to paycheck. But you still gonna ask them for donations. This has to stop. But we have to understand that people have to make them stop. The parishioners have to demand more from their church and their church leaders. They must not let them constantly get away with using God to ingratiate themselves with a lavish lifestyle. See, to them, this is a business. Is it really about saving souls, or is it really about making money? I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and share this video.